at 7:45 KNEB, time for the update of News Extra. Today brought to you by Gehring Civic Center. Here is Kevin Mooney.
Thank you, Dennis, and good morning, everyone. And James is here from the Riverside Discovery Center, and always pleased to have Ann here. And thank you for coming in. And we're going to discuss today the High Plains Science Adventure Camp, and this is coming up later this summer, right?
Right. It will be June 18th through 22nd. Our registration deadline, however, is this coming week, May 1.
That's the reason why you're here, right?
That's right. I appreciate you getting me on.
You bet. All right. So maybe get those registrations in. All right. So June 18th through the 22nd, and you're going to discuss paleontology this year.
Right. Our High Plains Science Adventure Camp rotates through 4 different themes over 4 years, and this year is our paleontology segment. And we call it Paleontology, Can You Dig It? So it's pretty cool. The students need to be 4th grade through 7th grade. They will be working with paleontologists from the Nebraska Department of Roads, Highway Salvage Paleontology Program, as well as paleontologists from the Nebraska Forest Service. So it's a great opportunity for kids to get hands-on, engaged learning, actually digging for fossils. It'll be really cool.
All right, so they're going to conduct actual, like you said, fossil excavations, and they get to travel to a number of places.
We are going to see a lot of the areas in the Panhandle that are along the Fossil Freeway. We will start our camp at the Wildcat Hills Nature Center. We will spend a couple of days at Scottsbluff National Monument. We will go to Trailside Museum at Fort Robinson and see the mammoths up there. And we will go to Agate Fossil Beds and spend an overnight. We'll also go to Toadstool Park and Hudson Ming Research Center.
So they're going to be very, very busy.
They do a lot of stuff. It's packed in educational events, hands-on learning, crafts, and on Friday we do a presentation for their parents so they can do public speaking and present everything that they learned this week.
All right, write blogs and all that kind of stuff.
Right. It's a great learning opportunity for students.
Yeah, it really is. First-hand knowledge. So like you say, registration deadline is May 1st, and how much is the camp?
The camp is $150. It costs us a lot to put this camp on, but we do have 50% scholarships for those students that qualify for free and reduced lunch. The principal does need to sign the scholarship application to verify that the student qualifies for that, and then we have civic organizations in the community that help with those scholarships. So it's a great opportunity for all types of kids to come to camp and really learn some great science.
Well, that's great. Is there a limit on how many kids you can have?
We are limiting, I think, to 40 students this year. And the last time we did this camp, we had 40 students. So I would encourage everybody to get their application in very soon. You can download the application at http://hpsacamp.blogspot.com/.
Okay.
Or you can contact the Riverside Discovery Center, the Wildcat Hills Nature Center, Agate Fossil Beds, and Rocky Mountain Bird Observatory to get your application and find out more information.
All right. So there's a lot of different ways to do it.
Right.
And you need to get that done in a big-time hurry because, like you say, registration deadline is May 1st, and that's coming up pretty soon. That's next Tuesday.
That's right.
So get that done, and for $150, that's pretty good.
It's really an exceptional opportunity for students to work hand in hand with scientists, learn the scientific method, field studies in paleontology. They get to do a lot of creative stuff, so it's an exceptional learning opportunity for them.
$75 due upon registering, and then the balance is due the first day of the camp.
Right.
All right, we're going to take a break, and then we'll talk to Ann about some of the other things going on at the Riverside Discovery Center. Always busy right after this.
With large, spacious rooms, a distinctively clear sound system, exhilarating images on
Yeah, we better mention that. Let's do that right off the bat.
And monumental catering by the meat shop, you need to call West Nebraska's premier multifunction facility for your next business meeting. Call 436-6888 or visit us at www.geringciviccenter.com. This is how satisfied feels.
And we are back on News Extra, speaking to Ann James, the Executive Director of the Riverside Discovery Center. And we've been talking about this High Plains Science Adventure Camp, that registration deadline coming up May 1st. This camp June 18th through the 22nd. You get to go to a number of places, a concentration on paleontology. And this camp does have quite a few sponsors, right?
Right. It's presented by Children in Nature in Our Parks, which is a local partnership of many agencies here in the Panhandle. It's comprised of Nebraska Game and Parks Commission, Agate Fossil Beds National Monument, Riverside Discovery Center, Rocky Mountain Bird Observatory, Scottsbluff National Monument, the Nebraska Department of Roads, Platte River Basin Environments, and Western Nebraska Community College.
All right, so we appreciate all those folks helping sponsor this camp and helping out. And once again, it's $150, but there are scholarships available to pay for half of it for qualified individuals. So you need to talk to your principal, like you said, and get confirmation on exactly if you're in the lunch program.
Right, that's our criteria. Mm-hmm.
Right, and if you're in that lunch program, you can get confirmation from the principal and get some of those scholarships. Now, you guys have AZA coming in June, right?
That's right. We have to go through an accreditation inspection every 5 years as an Association of Zoos and Aquarium member. And since we took over operation from the city and have a change of ownership, we are required to go through that before our 5 years is up. So they will be coming the end of June, so we're trying to get all the protocols and all the physical structure and everything up to standards and ready to go for their inspection.
All right, that process works. They inspect it, and then they come back and tell you what they've found that might need work, and then you do that, and then they come back and...
Right. They give us a report, and each year the standards get more strict. So in 5 years' time, you have things that you have to comply with that weren't there 5 years ago. So they will give us a report on where we need to do a little more work, and then we have to document that we take care of that before the AZA conference in September. And then we have a hearing at that point, and they tell us whether we got accredited, or they table us, or they decline accreditation.
All right, and that's so important with working with other zoos and moving animals around and all that
That's
kind of
right.
stuff,
That
right?
allows us to work with the species survival programs for rare and endangered animals, and gives us a lot of connections with every other zoo across the nation.
All right. The other thing you're working on real quick is the construction on the new entrance.
That's right. We are going to have our groundbreaking May 8th. And so we're on top of AZA getting ready for moving the main building, because the new building will sit right in that footprint. So we have a lot of stuff going on, and we could always use some helping hands. So if anybody wants to volunteer, we can find a place for you out there.
All right. When that new building, when they begin construction, they'll tear down, or explain what they'll do with the old building.
Well, the old building, we haven't quite decided yet. The construction companies are looking to see whether the building can be moved intact or whether it just has to be scrapped. So they're making that determination this week probably. And then they'll move everything out. They're going to start the sewer line this Friday, and we're getting the perimeter down below ready to go to have that be our parking lot for the temporary construction. And we got lots going on.
Yeah, I'll bet. All right, very good. We appreciate you stopping by. Don't forget to get registered by May 1st for this big High Plains Science Adventure Camp. Thanks much, Ann.
For 4th through 7th grade students.
All right, 4th through 7th graders, so get that done.